Hey guys, I had a chance to spend some time with the Lumos helmet, and here are my thoughts and review. So I did a previous unboxing video that if you haven't seen it, check it out. It actually gives you an idea of what comes in the box. In this review, I'm actually going to show you how to set the helmet up and kind of get you up and running. And then we're going to get into the meat of the review and kind of give you my thoughts and feelings about the product, if it works or if it doesn't work. And then you stick around to the end. There's a special announcement if you're watching before January 1st, 2017. The Lumos helmet was a product of a Kickstarter campaign. It is a helmet that had built-in LED lights on all sides of the helmet, 28 for the front light and 22 in the rear. It comes in three colors: pearl white, cobalt blue, and charcoal black, which is what my helmet color is. It only comes in one size: adult 54 to 62 centimeters or 21.3 to 24.4 inches. There are three modes: a flashing mode where both front and rear of the lights are flashing. If you press the button again, for the super flash mode where the flashing is intensified. And finally, another press gives you an always on mode. The feature that I was looking forward to seeing was a left and right turn blinker. But before you can do that, you'll need to pair your helmet with your remote. You do that by first pushing and holding the button in the back of the helmet until you hear an audible beep. Then you press and hold one of the buttons on the remote until it is flashing. Then press it again. You should now see the signal turn on the helmet. Try pressing the other button and the helmet should show the corresponding direction. Only other detail is attaching your remote on your handlebar with the provided rubber bands. Lumos states that it takes 2 hours to charge the helmet. This was consistent to my own experiences when helmet was completely depleted of power. The remote itself charged up under an hour. There's also a Lumos Helmet app that you could download to use with your helmet on your iPhone or Android device. The software allows you to update firmware for the helmet and do more customization of the lights and sounds. You'll have to pair the software with your phone by enabling Bluetooth on your phone and going through the pairing process. To do that, here is my iPhone screen when you go into the Lumos Helmet app. And then from there, tap on the settings on the bottom left, scroll to where it says pairing with your helmet, tap on that, and then turning on your helmet by press and holding the back button. And then from there, your phone should pick it up, and you basically tap on all set. And on your helmet, I would probably turn it off and then turn it on again by one press. And you should probably still see in the dashboard the battery level of both helmet and remote. So you'll see here my helmet is at 48% and remote's at 67%. And then for further customization of your helmet, you can go into the settings, and then there's a whole helmet settings section. You can modify the battery level notification. Either you want to be notified when the helmet is turned on, off. If the helmet is turned on and off, kind of get notification for that. Or when it's turned on and off if the battery is low at 10%, or never. So I keep mine at the default, which is the 10%. Going back to the helmet, turn on signal beeps. So this is basically what happens when you use the signal left and right turn signals, and it'll beep. So for minimal, it just has one beep once you hit left like this. And it'll beep again once you turn it off or choose the other direction. And if you want less frequency, basically you use this, and I believe it'll beep every 8 flashes, so that it kind of tells you that you're on the direction. I find this kind of annoying, so I'm probably gonna keep it at minimal.
Constant would probably be more annoying because that's going to be constantly beeping. So for me, it's just like I'd rather be not as distracted from the noise. And then warning lights activation. So that's the light at the back of the helmet where uh, basically when you take off, it'll flash, and you can set the the sensitivity for that. I leave it at default right in the middle. I may tweak around with this a little bit more, but um, basically the accelerometer is in your remote takes that is being used to show this. So that's kind of neat. I have mine's on, and of course the helmet firmware update. So this is something you can download the update from if when you get an internet access, and then from there, essentially just update your firmware from your phone into your helmet. So pretty convenient. And of course, all the other stuff is like setup tutorial if you want to be walk through how to set up the helmet again. But so we'll skip that for now. And of course, there's social media, referral program, and all that stuff. So really basic application, and I primarily use this mainly at the dashboard side of things, just to check out to see how much my battery life is at. It's more accurate if I have a number in front of me. And that's all there is to get your helmet in working order. Here is a riding session we took of a quick ride around the neighborhood. Notice that after I stop and start riding, the warning lights comes on. That's because the remote has an accelerometer built in to detect your movement. Pretty cool.
So I've had this helmet for about 2 weeks and have taken it out in several night rides. And the first thing I noticed was how heavy it felt when I was wearing it for about 2 hours. And I definitely couldn't wait to get it off my head once I've had it on for that long. And you know, Luma says it weighs about 440 grams, which is a little under a pound. For me, it weighed a little over 1 pound. That's definitely on the heavy side, so I thought maybe we can do a comparison with helmets that I've used in the past. My go to helmet these days is the Brun Alston, which I use on the majority of my tours. This weighed in at about 14.3 ounces. I also have another Burn helmet that was meant for skating that I've used in the past, and that weighed in at 1 pound and 1.4 ounces. Compare this with the high-end Giro helmet, which weighs in at 10 ounces. This helmet seems overbearing. I also noticed after long rides that I was feeling some discomfort in the front part of my head, like something was rubbing. I looked under the helmet and noticed that the helmet padding started to run up, exposing the Velcro hooks. The padding felt really flimsy, and I can see it wearing thin after extensive wear. Hopefully, Lumos will address this issue by adding better quality padding in the future. The straps are easily adjustable, but they loosened up with a mere tug on them or when I have my helmet hanging off a handlebar when I am off my bike. I would have to constantly adjust the straps to maintain the fit. This was very annoying. When your helmet and remote starts to lose its battery, it'll stop communicating with each other. That means things like warning lights and signals will stop working. Loomis says there's an indicator on your helmet where your button will start turning red, or even on the remote, the left and right buttons will flash red or turn red. In my experience, that hasn't happened. Basically, when it starts losing battery, the communication cuts off, and I don't even see the red indicator. When I first came across this helmet, I thought the concept was great, and the execution and design was on point. After spending time with the helmet, I feel that it falls short in my bike touring agenda. Being seen on the road is important and it's great for safety and all, but the reality of thing is that, you know, when we plan our bike tours, we try to avoid busy streets and are usually around places that are less traffic. I have to remind myself that this is a first generation product, and I have to applaud the valiant effort in making something that's very innovative and aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Finally, I want to grade the Loomis helmet on three principles. Number one, did they execute on their vision? Number 2, was it innovative? Number 3, did it fit in my lifestyle? Was it ergonomical? So I give it a 4 out of 5 in execution, as I think they did a great job in, creating something that's visible for cyclists on the road. So they get a 5 out of 5 in innovation, even though they're not the first company to create lights on helmets. They took it one step higher by including an accelerometer as well as signal lights. So that was very innovative. So for ergonomics, or how it fits in my lifestyle, I give it a 3 out of 5. As I stated before, I really don't see this thing fitting in a bike touring lifestyle, but it does allow you to kind of add it to your bike by putting the remote on your handlebar. Doesn't really get in the way. It pairs up really quick. So it gets kudos for that, but I just don't see it working for my own lifestyle. This helmet was provided to me by Lumos in exchange for my honest review. Besides the helmet, I was not compensated in any way, and all the opinions and reviews are that of my own and nothing else. If you found this review useful, make sure you smash that like button down there. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in below as well. So for those of you who stuck around at the end of the video, I said there was a special announcement. And so what that is you get your own Lumos helmet. Yep, this isn't the same one I've been using for the review, so don't worry, I'm keeping that one. This is a one that Lumos had provided for me to give to my audience. So if you want to be eligible for this helmet, make sure you sign up on my newsletter, which is linked below in the description. And then after that, January 1st rolls around, I'll be picking one winner in the lower 48 states in the US. So you have to live here for me to send this to you. So if you can't wait to get your hands on this helmet, here's my code for you to use, which gives you $25 off if you purchase the helmet through Lumos. And the last time I checked, it was about $169. It might be more at this point, but at least you get some money off. Otherwise, just sign up in my newsletter and hope that you win. So good luck. A big thank you for watching, and also a huge thank you for Lumos for providing the helmet for my review, as well as the helmet for the giveaway. So if you want to see more reviews like this in the future, or get to know more about bike touring, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here. Yeah, do yourself a favor. You're gonna enjoy the content.